What's up, guys? It's time for me to make my Week 16 NFL picks. Let's dive into it. We got the Niners taking on the Titans. I'm going to go with the Niners. Deebo Samuel and George Kittle are playing very well. Both guys are now healthy. The Niners have been red hot. After starting the season 3-5, they've won 5 out of their last 6 games. This is a team that could potentially advance to the divisional round. With the way they're playing, give me the Niners. Next up, we have the Browns taking on the Packers. Folks, I'm going to go with the Packers. They're at home. Everything is lining up for Green Bay to win the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay is currently dealing with multiple injuries. Levante David and Leonard Fournette are expected to miss the rest of the regular season. Mike Evans is dealing with a hamstring injury, and Chris Godwin will be out for the rest of the season. And the Cardinals don't have DeAndre Hopkins for the rest of the regular season, and this team has tailed off the last couple of weeks. The Cowboys haven't been the same since CeeDee Lamb scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime against the Patriots. Green Bay has the potential to clinch the number 1 seed in the NFC, and if the road to the Super Bowl goes through Lambeau Field, I have a hard time seeing the Packers lose. On the other side, the Browns season has been a total failure. Entering the season, this team had playoff expectations. They also had Super Bowl expectations and have failed to live up to the hype. Give me the Packers. Next up, we got the Cardinals taking on the Colts. I'm going to go with Arizona. I understand D-Hop's out for the rest of the regular season, but this team had a disappointing loss to the Lions, and they were coming off a disappointing loss to the Rams on Monday night. Now, they're at home against Indy, who's red hot, but I don't trust Carson Wentz. I think Arizona will do everything in their power to stop Jonathan Taylor. Will they limit him? Probably not. But I think Carson Wentz will throw at least 2 interceptions and give the Cardinals an opportunity to win this game. Kyler will find a way to get this team back on track. Arizona has way too much talent to lose 3 straight games. I think this is a bounce-back game for the Cardinals. Give me Arizona. Next up, we got the Giants taking on the Eagles. The Giants need to blow everything up. Dave Gettleman will get fired at the end of the season. Daniel Jones doesn't look like the QB of the future, and Joe Judge will probably be out of a job either this year or next year. On the other side, Philly will be without Nick Sirianni. That being said, they're at home. Jalen Hurts is having a really good season. Considering all the doubt coming into the year, I think he's played very well. And the Eagles still have a shot to make the playoffs. Give me Philly at home. Next up, we get the Rams taking on the Vikings. Minnesota is fighting for a playoff spot. This is a team that can beat anybody in the league, but they can also lose to anyone. They were able to beat the Packers at home. With their season on the line, they were a 4-5 team. If they lost to Green Bay, their season would be up in flames. But they also lost to the Lions on the road. This team always finds a way to make their games come down to the wire. I believe they will give the Rams a run for their money. That being said, Los Angeles is starting to put it together. I think Odell Beckham has a big game. He was quiet on Tuesday night against the Seahawks. But Cooper Kupp has been phenomenal. If they can get Odell going and Arizona finds a way to slip up, the Rams could potentially have the 2 seed in the NFC behind Green Bay. And from a matchup perspective, I think they present a bunch of issues for these other NFC teams. I would want to stay away from the Rams in the playoffs. I got Los Angeles winning on the road. Next up, we got the Bills taking on the Patriots. Folks, I like the Pats at home. Buffalo still has two huge weaknesses. They can't run the football, and they can't stop their run. The Patriots were able to beat the Bills in Buffalo a couple of weeks ago because they utilized their running game and they were able to slow down the Bills' high-powered offense. Last year, the Patriots were completely neutralized at home. The Bills beat them 38-9. I know Bill Belichick has a sour taste in his mouth. I believe he will limit Josh Allen. The Patriots will find a way to win the AFC East. If they win this game, they're in good shape for the playoffs. If they lose, Buffalo takes over first place in the division. I think the Patriots will nip that in the bud. Give me New England at home. Next up, we got the Bucs taking on the Panthers. Tampa Bay is in hot water. They're dealing with a ton of injuries. Fournette is going to be out for the rest of the regular season. Levante David could also miss the rest of the regular season. Mike Evans is week to week with a hamstring injury. And Chris Godwin, Brady's favorite target this season, will be out for the year. That being said, they should get by the Panthers. Carolina is looking for any option at the quarterback position next year. Cam Newton isn't their future. He was their past, and things aren't looking good for Cam. This could be his last season in the NFL. They tried to make a move with Sam Darnold. Unfortunately, things did not work out. Carolina will absolutely pursue a quarterback this offseason. The Panthers need to consider all options. Give me the Bucs. Next up, we got the Jags taking on the Jets. We got the number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence, taking on the number 2 pick, and Zach Wilson. I'm going to go with the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence outduels Zach Wilson. Give me Jacksonville. Next up, we got the Chargers taking on the Texans. The Chargers were so close to beating the Chiefs last Thursday night. They had it. It looked good. The AFC West was up for grabs. Unfortunately, Kansas City beat them on a big stage. That being said, the Chargers will easily get by the Texans. I got the Chargers. Next up, we got the Seahawks taking on the Bears. The Russell Wilson era is coming to an end in Seattle. However, I think they get a win against Chicago. Matt Nagy will definitely be fired at the end of this season. Give me the Seahawks. Next up, we got the Lions taking on the Falcons. The Lions are coming off a very impressive victory against the Cardinals at home. That being said, they're going to have to go on the road to Atlanta. The Falcons aren't a very good football team. I hope the Lions get their 3rd win of the season. However, I don't love their chances. This game could go either way, but I'm going to go with the home team. Next up, we got the Steelers taking on the Chiefs. If Kansas City is without Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, I'm taking the Steelers. That being said, I believe Kelce and Hill will ultimately clear COVID protocol and suit up for this matchup. The Chiefs are at home. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense is tough to watch. If they can somehow find a way to win this game, they still have a puncher's shot to get into the playoffs. But I don't love their chances. Kansas City has finally found their identity. This defense is playing much better, and the offense can turn it on at any time. Give me the Chiefs. Next up, we got the Broncos taking on the Raiders. Both of these teams are at the bottom of the AFC West. The Chiefs are clearly the best team in the division. The Chargers are number 2. The Raiders are looking for a new head coach. The Broncos are looking for a new quarterback. I'm going to go with Derek Carr over Drew Lock. The Raiders are also at home. I'll take Las Vegas. Sunday Night Football. We got the Cowboys taking on the Washington football team. I'm going to go with Dallas. I love the way their defense is playing. Taylor Heineke is questionable. He tested positive for COVID. The Dallas defense is heating up on all cylinders. I believe the Dallas offense could be the thing that holds them back in the postseason. Give me the Cowboys. Finally, Monday Night Football. We got the Dolphins taking on the Saints. The Saints are coming off a very impressive win over the Bucs on Sunday Night Football. On the other side, Miami started the season 1-7. Now they've rattled off 6 straight wins. I'm going to go with the Saints at home. This is a team that plays tough on the defensive side of the ball. I don't fully trust Tua. He's played better of late, but I think the Saints defense can bottle him up. This is going to be a game that ultimately determines the playoff picture in both conferences. If Miami can find a way to win out, they could potentially make the playoffs in the AFC. New Orleans, on the other hand, has a very light schedule. They could steal a playoff spot in the NFC. And if either one of these teams get in, I don't expect them to make a deep playoff run, but could they potentially play spoiler? It's not out of the realm of possibility. I like the Saints at home. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you liked this video. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. Hopefully you guys can subscribe as well. Merry Christmas. Thanks, guys.